Kaio, whether you like it or not, you're gonna be doing modeling at high classes in school.
But Father, I know you want me to be high class and to be perfect, but that's way too much to handle. I'm only 11.
Kaio, you're gonna have to come to understand your father someday. Pouting around won't give you a future. We made a life plan for you and your future.
Mother, making me do something I don't want to do isn't going to give me a happy future.
Dear, this is best for you.
Enough! What have I said about talking back to your mother and I?
Dear.
Go to your room, Kaio, and get ready for your tutor class later. Remember to pack things for your tutor.
Yes, Father.
Mom, it says I have to do 5 hours of flute and tennis each today.
And what? Is that a problem? It's your basic schedule you've always followed.
But Mom, yesterday it was only 2 hours each.
Well, you turn 11 today, so we extended it.
How could I possibly do each for 5 hours along with reading and studying?
This is something you need to do if you want to ever get close to what your father and I have achieved.
But I don't want to follow your career path.
Rose, I did not just hear you say that. Enough talking back. Go start your flute practice.
Alright, Mom. Have a good day at work.
Alright, Xavier, since Mom and Dad are out of town, they gave me directions of what we need to do. So, we need to study for 2 to 3 hours together, and once we're done with our lesson, I'll cook you something for lunch, and then I'll study on my own. I want you to practice what we learned for at least 6 to 7 hours, and I'll cook you dinner, and you can get ready for bed. They said you also have to read a book for an hour before sleeping.
Sis, isn't that too long? What about me playing a sport? Or just hanging out with other kids my age?
Mom and Dad wouldn't allow this, but I didn't have the childhood I wanted either. Just like Xavier. What should I do? Xavier, I'm sorry, but Mom and Dad wouldn't allow it.
Please, sis, even if it's for 10 minutes.
Fine. If you tell Mom and Dad, though, you'll never be allowed again.
Thank you, sis.
Xavier, I care for you, but Mom and Dad didn't when I was your age, so I'll try my best. I'm sorry you have to study full time, but I must follow Mom and Dad's orders. Once I'm 18 and I graduate college, I promise I'll get you out of this house.
A month had gone by like hands ticking on a clock. The Blossom Festival was upon the children. The Blossom Festival was a day for festivities and joy for everyone of all ages. In the long-gone history before the city of Cherim, a great queen by the name of Alina Blossoms resided on the flat plains of the past. She built the city by defying the rules of the stereotypes and acknowledging her own freedom and will to make her own choices. The first citizens of the city of Cherim were mythical beings of half human and half animal. The normal humans that resided amongst them had magical weapons thanks to Queen Alina, who was a magical deity herself. When she built the walls and the grounds of her city, it fed off of the freedom and joy of her people, but a terrible disaster struck this happy paradise. The Deva Society puked at the sight of the freedom and joy they could never enlighten themselves with. They brought chaos to the city, causing fear and terror to the people. The feelings of freedom and joy quickly dissipated, and the walls started to crumble and the ground started to crack. The creatures fought back with the queen leading them, but, to no one's surprise, the original city of Cherim and its magical inhabitants fell short quickly. The war ceased to exist afterwards and only remained in the brains of the people who fled. One of the people who escaped was named Rue. The name means regret. Like her name suggested, Rue was full of regrets. She was one of the very few people who looked back in sorrow while their home was being destroyed. They had sacrificed their own lives for the people around them, their beliefs, and their home. Rue was, coincidentally, an architect. She knew that she didn't have magic like Queen Alina, but she knew she could make a new city in remembrance of the people who were now stuck in the past. The magic handed to these mortals disappeared after the Queen's passing. This is how the new city of Cherim came to be. When Rue created a new city of joy and freedom, she started a festival, so the feelings of freedom and joy would always be remembered. The Blossom Festival, named after the Queen and also for the blossoming hopes of freedom and joy.
Sweetie, I'm really sorry about how your father has been acting up all month. As a reward for your hard work, I'll take you to the Blossom Festival, and then afterwards I'll take you to a studying place for you to enjoy studying.
The festival sounds fun and all, but how is more studying fun?
You enjoy studying. That's final.
But I never said that.
Seems like someone got a bit more confident just because she got a reward, doesn't she?
No, I like studying.
Good. Now come, child. Let's go.
Rose, your mother and I have been concerned about how quiet you have been. So, we're going to take you to the festival tonight.
It's not my fault you always leave me alone all the time with hours of work. Now you're acting like you care about my well-being.
What did you say, dear?
Cool. Okay, great. Wonderful. I would love to go.
Do you think you're allowed to be rude, young lady?
No, but it's just you always leave me alone at home with hours of things I don't want to do, and...
I'll stop you right there. We've already talked about this. Don't come complaining now. Get dressed and let's go.
But, alright, Mom.
Xavier! Dad allowed us to go to the festival.
Really? What did he say about my studies?
I can't tell him. Dad won't believe what I said. He said you did great, and that's why he's letting both of us go. Now get up and let's head out.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry too.
I'm sorry as well.
I'm Xavier.
Pleasure to meet you, Xavier.
Whoa, she's so polite and mature sounding.
What about you, Pinky? Is that your natural hair color? Were you born from strawberries? Or maybe cotton candy?
I don't think strawberries and cotton candy can give birth to a human.
I'm Rose, and my hair color isn't that pink. It's also purplish.
You both seem uptight. Wanna be friends? Loosen up and have some fun!
I am not uptight. I'm being logical and polite.
I'm not uptight either. I'm just quiet. That's all.
Gosh, you're both so serious. Let's all check out the festival together. Come on!
Fine.
Kids, be careful. You'll trip like that.
I only listen to my sister, you wrinkly old tree.
Xavier, that's so rude. You shouldn't talk with that much disrespect to someone older than you.
But old people are wrinkly.
What?
It's okay, dear. Say, do you kids want to hear the tale of the old city of Cherim? It's history, but quite fun.
Nah, old people talk of boring nonsense for too long.
Xavier, it's not funny anymore. No, it was never funny. Cut it out.
Xavier, that's so rude of you. I thought it was a joke at first, but chill out.
Kids, it's okay. Don't get too mad at him. I mean, he's not wrong. Every other granny and wrinkly old tree is annoying and boring. God, so hard to socialize at this age.
We'd love to hear the story, ma'am.
You guys can call me Granny Tree.
Granny Tree? That's an odd name. Well, Granny Tree, I'm sorry about being a rude monkey earlier. I like to hear the story, if you can guarantee it's as fun as you say.
Of course. Why don't we go to that cherry tree at the center while I tell this tale?
Okay, let's go, guys.
One day, a long, long time ago, there was a princess, a magical one, that was born to the name of Alina. But because she was royalty, she was restricted to stereotypes and things she couldn't go along with. She wanted to be free. She had bravery, kindness, empathy, and the list could go on forever. But at the palace, the only thing that was accepted was etiquette and being a proper princess. She wanted to fight and be a warrior. She wanted to protect her people physically, but she couldn't. She felt empty and sad in the palace. One night, this magical princess ran away to a distant land. She went and made a palace. On that day, she met a mythical being, and then they resided amongst each other throughout time. Slowly, normal people started moving into this kingdom. However, one day, evil rebellions attacked the palace and the land, known as the Kingdom of Cherim. The rebellions were called the Dave Society. They too were magical. They possessed dark magic and pure black hearts. When war broke out, the normal humans ran for their worthless lives.
She seems to be getting more bitter each second, as if she personally went through all this.
There was a young girl, however, Rue. She wanted to help, but she couldn't stop running. She paused and looked back for a second, and then something flew at her. A pouch with a letter.
Flee from this cursed war, save yourself. This is not the last of our worlds. Go, run to a safe place and plant this seed. Rue, you have a heart of gold, but now that gold must melt and stop hesitating. Go and live a fulfilling life you couldn't hear. Queen Alina.
She did as the letter told. When she arrived at a barren land, she planted the seed. It glowed. Rue was filled with regret as soon as the seed disappeared from view. She hoped that the queen had lived, but she knew that was probably not likely. After that night of regret, she woke up the next day and started to draw a plan. A plan for a new city, the new city of Cherim. She would dedicate it to the queen and to freedom and joy as the queen always wanted. Years passed and the city populated. Things began to evolve throughout time. And like any normal person, Rue grew old, but for her, it wasn't a total end. The seed grew into a great, big cherry blossom tree, and though it grew old with Rue, it stayed unlike her. When Rue died, her spirit came connected to the tree, and she was forever beside it, even to this day.
Wait, there was a princess who ran, made a whole kingdom, and then a random village girl named Rue shows up and flees from the kingdom during a war, and builds a whole city on her own? Dang, woman superiority much.
Become a woman, Xavier. Get a taste of this superiority.
Kaio, we're still young girls, not women.
Kids, this tree is not a normal one. Isn't it weird how the story just ends at Rue becoming a tree?
Well, yeah, but it's a peaceful ending. It isn't too weird.
Granny Tree. You're Rue, aren't you?
We've got a bright one in this group, don't we?
Hey, I'm smart too.
Of course you are. You kids have had hard lives. You guys are like diamonds being cut and cleaned before becoming beautiful. There are many paths ahead of you three. But how would you feel about entering a whole new world of possibilities? Could I put my sorrows and regrets on your small shoulders? I've grown to be a tired spirit. There's nothing much I can do anymore. But if you'd like a little break from your chains and find new hope, this tree is your answer. Come at midnight, and a path will lie, waiting for you three.
Huh? Wait, Granny Tree, what do you...
Where the heck did this lady go after pouring her dumb problems onto us?
I'm going to go. I'll go anywhere, but staying at home isn't something I'll do. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going.
My parents wouldn't even know if I was gone. I'll go too.
Fine, count me in. Nobody will even care about me when I disappear.
Mom? Dad? I'm home. Anyone? I'll just go too.
I couldn't deal with the perfect life you expected me to make. I won't miss you, but I'm polite enough to say goodbye to parents who I never acknowledged. Thanks for the shelter and food and wealth, but I'd rather you have been poor and nice. Have a nice childless life, and if you ever get another kid, don't overwork them and treat them like the human they are. For kids, not machines. Kyle Yamamoto.
Ah, right. I should write a letter for Aurelia since she's sleeping. Aurelia, thank you for being an older sister I can rely on until I die. I know things are harder on you, but I can't stand it. You have the brains even if it's hard, but it's hard for me and I can't catch up to it. I hope we will meet one day and I hope you have a good life. Don't you dare forget me just because I abandoned you. I hope you can escape the hands of those attention-thirsty monsters. I love you, sis. Bye. Yes? Sorry I didn't say goodbye to you in person. Xavier Anderson.
I should probably say my farewells.
Mother, Father, I hope you live a healthy life and become old with the money that you so wish to protect over the mental state of your daughter. Farewell. We may never meet again.
I've never lost hope. Please, help me rewrite a damn story, and you will even figure yourselves out. Walk into the tree and detach yourselves from this world. I wish you a safe journey. Many new things await you. And finally,
What are they doing on the ground?
Delilah, I don't know. I got here with you, you brainless jelly.
Ooh, new friends?
Posy, chill! They could be dangerous. We should report to the Queen about this.
But Lillian, we haven't gotten any new human visitors in years. The ones we have are so boring.
Let's take him. Dylan, tie him up.
Why are you ordering me around?
Yes, who's there?
We brought some peculiar-looking friends.
Foes, Posy. Foes.
Now, Lillian. I know you're always on high alert as part of the guard force, but you can let your guard down once in a while. Come in.
We found them on the ground in front of the cherry tree. They look so cute.
Will this girl ever stop?
Lillian, she may be cheerful, but she passed the test to become a guard. Don't think too low of her. Even if we've never seen her fight before, we have to trust the queen.
Delilah's right. You're always worried about the little things. Like last week, when you thought Pepper was a thief when she was throwing out her own garbage.
Okay, so I may be a little uptight, but Posy isn't going to interrogate anything on our patrols. Might as well be me who does it.
I know everyone is riled up by these strangers appearing in our small kingdom, but we should stop assuming and wait for them to wake up and explain everything to us.
Queen Elena is surely the best queen out there. So logical and kind.
My, Posy! Thank you for those divine compliments. Rue, please prepare a room for them.
My queen, I see we have guests. May I ask where are they from? They look rather odd for humans.
Rue, don't be so rude.
Yes, my queen. I apologize. I will prepare a room for them as soon as possible.
Yo, we just went through a portal or something. Why are we on beds?
I don't know. Wait. Our voices, they sound different. And I think we grew taller. And look older.
What in the world is happening?
You guys are awake! I'm Posy, one of the great gods of the kingdom of Cherim.
We're supposed to be interrogating them, not introducing ourselves, you idiot!
Oh, come on, Lillian. They're secured in our palace, and they'll be here for a while anyways. You know, just let them live a little.
Shut up, Delilah. You don't even know anything.
Dylan, haven't we been working on your temper? Please don't say such harsh things to your own sister. Do I have to take you to another therapy session? You just finished and now you're starting this mess all over again.
I know, Pepper. I apologize. I'll be nicer. Please don't take me to that horror house.
Aw, it's so cute that Dylan only listens to Pepper. Oh, right. Like I said, I'm Posy, and this unicorn next to me is Lillian, my best friend.
Hi, I'm Delilah, a dragon. And unfortunately, the twin sister of the redhead idiot over there with the raccoon. She's Pepper, his girlfriend.
Hi. Say hi.
Hello?
I see they have woken up. Hello, I'm Rue, an assistant of the queen. Follow me. Once you've calmed down and changed, please. Thank you.
Alright.
Well then, hello. I'm Kaio Yamamoto.
Hey, I'm Rose. Nice to meet you guys.
Could someone explain what's happening and where we are right now? Or in the kingdom of Cherim?
I thought our home was the city of Cherim. Also, what did the portal do?
I don't know, but I guess we could change and look around. What did Granny Tree tell us before we left again?
Guys!